we'll skip that part. We'll go to now the League side of things. This is the League tutorial, which is basically the same thing where it teaches you. It runs through kind of these tool tips and everything. It shows you how to move, how to equip items, things like that. I'm playing the Gibberlings just because I wanted to show you what it's like having the three running together. And these are the Gibberling, the pet class, so they have a little squirrel running with them too. And I named them Eeny, Meeny, Miny, and Mo. And here, this is a politician. He's talking in this room, kind of giving you a look at what classes and what races are available on the League side. And something doesn't sound right. Oh, that doesn't look like a human, elf, or Gibberling. And he broke the guy. So now we're at a part, this is a little bit later in the tutorial, where we're fighting this astral demon. And I wanted to show you this part because I think it's really, the animation, the character design, the special effects in the game, I think are really pretty fantastic. You'll see here I have to get him onto this portal, and this almost looks like a Disney cartoon. I mean, it almost looks like just a really high production, high detail effects there, which is really cool. Now this is back on the Imperial side. This is the bad guys again. This is the Arisen. This class I actually played for quite a while. This is the Heretic, which is like the healer version for the Arisen. And this is where it gets kind of grindy. You go in this room and you fight prisoners of war. You have to kill 5 of them. There's a kill 10 rats quest. I think it's like 8 though actually, but that's one part of it. It's kind of, I don't know, it's grindy, but it's not too bad where you don't have to do it a whole bunch. You do it right there. And here, this is when you die. This is actually the purgatory here. You'll notice up in the right corner up there, there's a thing where you can revive yourself, but you have to wait a little while. You don't have to go find your soul. You don't have to find your spirit or soul stone or anything. You just rise back up. This is a good example of kind of the atmosphere. This is once you get out of the underground, you get into the city. And as you can tell, lens flare is a big deal these days because they put a lot into it. And you'll see there's a lot of lens flare. This is the click to move, which I thought was really cool. When you click, I'm actually clicking on the ground there where those raindrops are falling, and I think that's a pretty cool little animation there. So it does have that option to click to move. Now this is inside the city itself. I'm running around the perimeter of kind of a city hall looking thing. That's right there in the background at City Hall. The City Hall itself is enormous, and I just wanted to do this, kind of give a scope of what to expect as far as the size of this. Like this here's the map. I'm right there. I'm in the perimeter. You see right in the middle there is the City Hall building. That building itself is ginormous, and then all around it are these different sectors of the city, kind of like suburbs, I guess you could say. And each of these sectors has their own, it's just enormous. This is inside the building here. This is the mining trainer, and a lot of their trade skill and professions, things like that, are pretty much exactly like World of Warcraft. If you are familiar with those, you'll be familiar with these, and this is your way to craft here. So this is back outside. This is another exit out of the that city, and I figured I would run around to show you this. Again, there's a lens flare. There's like pollen floating around, and I can feel my allergies acting up already from this. But it's a gorgeous landscape. The grass, everything is stylized, but it still looks really, really great. I think it really gives you kind of a sense of immersion when you're playing through this. And right here is a good example of the sci-fi version of this game. There's tanks, treads, big guns, howitzers, whatever you want to call those, and those are in the game. It's just part of everything. And this is a dock right here where you'll see that ship is like your transport to the different islands. I'm going to run out here to this little dock, and you'll see kind of the mood change a little bit. It gets a little darker as I go closer to this whole astral plane area, and you'll see that ship actually comes quite often to take you to other islands. You don't have to wait very long, but if you look off the side here, you'll notice there's quite a big drop. I don't know if I want to fall off that, but I can't help wondering what would happen if I did. So let's try it, shall we? Yeah. So that doesn't last long because you die in the middle of the astral plane.